Okay, here we are. I've been trying to get ready for RAGBRAI, biking every day in the heat. Um, but it reminded me that I have this little plaque that I bought Mike a long time ago. It says, um, "Life is a journey, enjoy the ride." And so instead of just thinking of the ride as, trying to get ready for RAGBRAI, I have to say, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this. It's fun to be out here in this heat. But but life is a lot like a bike ride in a lot of ways because sometimes if you're going up a hill, you have to pedal really hard and give a lot of effort. And then other times you get to the top and you can just coast for a while. But then other times there's obstacles in your way, like gravel or whatever. And life has obstacles too, right? Sometimes you even hit a roadblock and you have to change your route. So I feel like it's a good bike riding's a good analogy to life. So if you just remember, enjoy the journey, enjoy the ride, everything's fine. If you can find joy in anything that happens. So let's just find a little joy within this morning. So please close your eyes. Take a moment to find your breath. And just notice the texture of your breath. And please bring hands to heart center. No matter what comes along on this journey of ours called life, and always find the grace, find the beauty, find the common hearts. Please lower your hands, open your eyes, and just extend your right leg and bring your left foot kind of into the center. And then just feel your sits bones grounded and maybe stretch out over that extended leg a little bit. And then maybe bring your left hand to the side of the leg and engage a little twist there. Right. Maybe you can even find the foot. I don't know. This is called Janu Shirshasana, which means head to big toe pose. Imagine that. Get a little hip opening, little hamstring stretch, lots of things. And then come on up. Ooh, that felt good. Bring the other foot in. So both feet are together. And just enjoy a little stretch here, which is still early in the practice. So just feel the inner thighs. And then stretch your left leg out. take a moment, just kind of feel your way. And then maybe the twist to your left. That works. And then come on up and just bring your both legs stretched out nice and wide. Maybe inner spiral. Make sure your kneecaps and toes point up. And you can forward fold here. You'll feel it on the inner thighs. I think I'm just going to bend at the hip creases a little bit. I always like to press my heels down. Feels better. And then come on up and make your way to all fours. Let's work through some cow and cat. I like to inhale to cow and exhale to cat, but whatever works best for you. No right and wrong way to do it. Only thing you need to do is feel your spine long and able to move. And then pause, keeping your toes curled under. Be about sitting back on your heels. A little foot and quad stretch. Yeah, and you don't have to sit all the way back. It's just checking in. And then come forward again. This is a little different. I'll see what you guys think of this. You're just gonna slide your left knee forward a little bit like a pigeon prep, but you're gonna stay mostly in all fours and do cow and cat here. So the left knee's kind of, yeah, just like that. This kind of gets into different spots. And then pause. You can walk your right knee back a little bit. And you're in this pigeon prep position. Feel a big stretch. If it feels good and you want to go deeper, you can lower to your elbows. And then coming back up, somehow unwind so we can switch to the other side. So I like to keep my foot fairly close to my left knee. So right knee's to the side. And then just see about doing some cow and cat here. It's a lot more subtle, but kind of stretches out some other areas that are hard to get to. And then if you want to walk your left knee back, if you curl the toes under, and come to that full pigeon prep. Think I want to keep my hips square. I don't want to just let all my weight go into it either. I'm always hugging my knees towards each other. I don't want to overstretch. Remember to include your core. And then coming out, somehow unwind. Now stretch your feet long behind you. Make sure that your toes point back and sit back again. You'll feel an ankle stretch this time rather than the foot. And you don't have to go all the way back again. If it bothers your knees, I like to stick a blanket in behind, which feels much better for me. And then press into the tops of your feet and come on back up and come back to all fours. We're just going to do one more hip opener. So swivel your right foot to the right, lift your knee so your toes point out, and then just move back and forward a few times. You can stay if one spot feels particularly good. And then we'll switch sides. Coming back to all fours, just swivel the left foot out, lift the knee. Your heel and your knee should be approximately in the same plane. And then just move forward and back there to stretch that hip out. And please unwind. Bring your hands forward a little bit. Curl your toes. Make sure your knees are hip distance, your feet are hip distance. And then press your hips up and back to a downward facing dog. Just walk your doggy out. I always like to lift high on the balls of my feet and then stretch one heel closer and bend the opposite knee. And then lift and switch. And one knee, stretch one heel. Do that a few times. And then go ahead and lower your knees and push back to a child's pose. Just let your hands and wrists relax for a moment. And coming on up, find your block. And find downward facing dog again. This is my bicycle playlist. Gotta crank this up. And then step your right foot up between the blocks to a deep lunge. Help it up there. Feel that twist. Again, I like to stretch out my feet. So feel like you have a baby bend in the back knee. Your legs really engaged. You can lift and lower the heel a few times. And then keeping the left hand on the block, sweep your right arm up and open up to a twist to your right. And reach forward again, touch down. Step back, downward facing dog. And step the left leg through, deep lunge. Lift, really engaging the back leg, stretching everything out. Right hand stays on the block. Left hand reaches up for a twist. And reach forward, touch down. Step back, downward facing dog. Step your feet a little bit closer, like 1 foot width closer. Bend your knees so you can get your feet flat. Okay. I want you to feel pretty stable. So if you feel like you're on your hands more than your feet, step forward even a little bit more. You're gonna reach across with your left hand to the outside of your right shin. And then just gonna do a little twist underneath. You can straighten that right leg if it feels okay. It's a twisted triangle or down dog. Good. Unwind and switch. Left hand or right hand reaches to left shin. And unwind. And step your feet up to the blocks. Forward fold. On your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to have you step back away from your blocks for a moment for a little balance sequence. But first, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. Left arm reaches, scooches down as you arc. And come on up to center. Switch your arms and arc. Come on back to center. Stretch both arms up. Interlace your hands. Press your palms up. And then arc to your left again. And to your, come back to center. Release your hands. Standing on your right foot, bend your left foot up. You can go by the wall if you need to. Find some balance, possibly quad stretch. If your foot's not available, that's okay too. Just lift the foot back. You can extend your right arm if you'd like. And release and switch. If balance is hard today, you say, oh, tomorrow will be different. Just notice, enjoy the ride. And release. Good. Coming back to the right leg or right foot you're standing on. Lift the left knee. and possibly extend the leg straight. It's really hard. You can go, wherever it works best for you. And release. Switching sides. Maybe you just lift the knee. Maybe you extend part of the way. Maybe you extend all the way. And release. Good. One more balance pose, which is one of my favorites, is okay, so standing on your right foot, and you just turn your leg out. You can keep the heel on your ankle, you can lift it below the knee, or if you're really feeling it today, you can bring it above the knee. Tree pose. And release. Good job. Switch sides. Turn it out first, and then decide where you're going with it. One way is not better than the other. And release. Good job. Step back up between your blocks. And just bring hands to heart center and close your eyes for a moment. And feel your balance here. Good. On your next inhale, open your eyes, stretch your arms up. And then exhale, hold forward. Pranam, stretch your spine long. And exhale, fold. Step your right foot back to a deep lunge. I'm going to have you ground that back foot down so it's parallel to the back of your mat. And then walk your blocks to the right. And then maybe out a little bit. I call this down dog lunge. You want to keep balance. Most of the weight's in your feet. You're being true to your knee. Good job, you guys. Big, big stretch. Good. Now, keep walking your blocks to the right and turn your left foot in. And you're in a forward fold. I did this. I should have gone the other way first because Nancy's never done this and I'm making her not be able to see me, but you can feel it. Maybe you can look between your legs. And just kind of feel whether you have all the weight in inside edge of your feet or the outside edge. Sometimes that's, and try and even it out. Good. And then bend your knees a little bit. Bring your hands on your knees. Bring your torso upright and come up to standing. Good. Stretch your arms wide. This is called star pose. You got 5 points. Good. Now turn that left foot back forward. Bend into the front knee. Warrior two. Good. Straighten the front leg, stretch your arms up. Turn that foot back forward. And come back down to the blocks. A moment here. I'm just going to have you swivel your heels in a little bit. Bend your knees again. Bring your hands on your thighs come back upright. You're a good listener, Nance. This is called goddess pose. If it feels like you can maintain a long neutral spine, you can bring your hands to your heart center. Good. Forward fold again, straighten out the feet, and then start walking your blocks back towards the left foot as you turn it out. And then once you get the blocks there, turn the back heel up, step back, downward facing dog. And just set your blocks off to the side for just a moment. Downward dog, your hands, spreading the weight evenly. Come forward to plank. You can lower the knees to lower down or lower down to the mat. Stretching the feet long. Stretch your arms long by your hips. And lift your head and shoulders and arms. Long spine. Knit the ribs towards each other. And come on down. Hands by your chest. Push up and back. Downward facing dog. You can grab those blocks again if you would. And step your feet forward to a forward fold. Inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And let's keep going. Inhale, stretch up. We have a whole nother side. Exhale, forward fold. Pranam. And fold. Step your left foot back to deep lunge. Ground that back foot down so it's parallel. Stay really strong through that foot as you walk your blocks to the inside and out kind of towards the 30 degrees out or so. Down dog lunge. Try to get the weight in, keep the weight in your feet. Good. Every pose is designed to be kind of a ride in itself, a learning experience. You learn about your body. Everybody's different. Walk your blocks to the left, turn the right foot forward, forward fold. Come on up. Oh, arms out. Think long spine. Turn the right foot forward, bend into the knee. Warrior two. Inhale, stretch the arms up, straighten the front leg. Turn the right foot back forward and fold forward again. It's called Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. And then come up like a pranam, swivel your heels in, bend your knees, hands to your thighs to come upright to that goddess position. Draw your low belly up, maybe hands to heart center. You're feeling like you're stable enough. Otherwise, hands to thighs, just fine. One more breath. And fold forward again, straighten your feet out. And walk your blocks back towards the front, turning the right foot out, turning the left heel up. And step back, downward facing dog. Bend the left leg, so you're in a three-legged dog. Point your toes. And then bring that knee towards your nose and help it step all the way through deep lunge. Good. Lower the back knee. Stretch up, Anjane Asana. Bring hands to heart center. You might have to back off just a little bit. You're going to twist your left. Bring the upper arm or the elbow to the thigh. Good job, you guys. Perfecto. Come on, back up, unwind. Shift your hips back to straighten your left leg for a runner's lunge. I always have to tell myself to draw that leg into the socket and really square up my hips, lengthen my spine. You can use the blocks under your hands too if your hamstrings are tight. And then once I feel like I have a lot of stretch, maybe keep pressing the heel down, but stretch your toes forward. Good. Bend back into the front knee. Lift the back knee, step back, downward facing dog. Bend the right leg, point the toes. Bending the knee to nose. Really engage the core to step it forward. Deep lunge. Help it up there. If it doesn't get all the way, it's good. Lowering the back knee. Coming upright, Anjane Asana. Hands to heart center. Might have to really engage your core. Twist to the right. Twisted Anjane. Twisted monkey lunge pose. Unwind. Touch down, slide the hips back, straightening the right leg. Keep the hips, the heels, the knees, and the sits bones aligned, both sides. Draw the right leg into the socket. Press the right heel down, and maybe stretch the toes towards the floor. Mine don't ever get to the floor, but I stretch that ankle out. Feels kind of good. And then bending back into the front knee. Lift the back knee. Step back. Downward facing dog. I'll give you an option. You can do a vinyasa with me if you find the blocks to the side, or you can just take a child's pose. Whatever seems best for you right now. You're doing vinyasa, come forward to plank. Hold for a couple breaths. See if you can really identify some strength in your core, keeping the back of your neck long. And then on your next exhale, lower down. Always have the option of lowering the knees first. Stretch your feet long. On your next inhale, come to cobra. And exhale, lower. And just do that 2 more times. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. And everyone push all the way back. Child's pose. And then coming up to all fours. Find your blocks again and find downward facing dog. And step your feet forward between the blocks. On your next inhale, pranam. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bring hand to heart center as you bend your knees to chair pose, keeping the weight back so your knees don't come forward too much. Keep your weight centered. Scared me. Think low belly up, long spine, twist to your right. You can bring the elbow down if you want. Not necessary if it's too much stretch. Come back to center. Stretch to your left. This is porta potty training for Red Bray. Unwind, touch the blocks, re-straighten your legs. Woof. Bring your blocks forward, turn your toes out a bit, come down to a deep squat. And then sitting down there very gracefully. Yeah, it's always very gracefully that transition. And then fold your shins, tuck your tail around your low back, round your middle back, round your upper back to lay down. And then just go ahead and roll to your left side. You might have to scoot yourself to get in the middle of your mat. So your knees are kind of stacked. And then stretch your left arm out and just press your right hand on top of it. Think long spine, and I'm just going to have you open your right hand up towards the ceiling and then over to the opposite side. So you're in a lying down twist, but getting in a different way. Your right shoulder may not come all the way down, which is fine. Because I have a ponytail, I have to turn my head to the right as well, but maybe that would feel good for you to kind of complete the twist. Just to turn your gaze towards the right. And this may feel good, maybe not. You can extend the top leg, the right leg, straight. And see, maybe your left hand's there to grab a hold. And bending the right knee. Reach the right hand back over on top of the left. And then you're going to switch to the other side. So roll to your right side, your right arm extended. Left hand placed on top. And then open up to that twist. It might feel totally different on this side. You just notice. Maybe you turn your head to the left as well. Maybe extending the left leg. That felt good on the other side. I like to find my right hand and just hold it there. Feels like a good IT band stretch. And then transitioning from this side, bend the top leg and just stay with your arms in a T and shift so you're laying on your back with your feet underneath your knees. And just bring your hands by your hips. And just notice my low back is not pressed to the ground. I just have a neutral spine. I want to keep that. I want to keep my shoulder blades underneath me and my shoulders down as I just press into my feet and lift my hips up to bridge pose. If you can isometrically pull your heels towards you, that'll engage the hamstrings more. And lower your hips back down. Bring your arms to a cactus or T. Step your feet a little wider. Just do some windshield wipers. And then pause. Next time your knees are up, reach your your knees up towards your armpits, lift your feet up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to reach your arms on the inside of your knees and your forearms in front of your shins to maybe grab the ankle or the little toe side of your feet. Yeah, good. This is called happy baby pose. You can roll around. I like to think of my feet as, or my hands as stoppers. So you just kind of press up. You'll feel a good stretch. You'll feel your spine engage more. Maybe roll to one side till your knee touches, roll to the other side till your knee touches. I just bought these little sockies for the baby twins to put on their feet that have like black and white and colored things on them so they can play with their feet. And if this feels good and you want to, you can straighten your legs and even roll side to side here. And then pausing in the middle, just bring your legs straight up, your hands by your hips. Feel the neutral spine. And then maybe flex and point your feet a few times. And then just keeping the bicycle theme, bend your knees. You have them parallel to the floor. And I am going to have you lift your head and just touch the back of your head with your hands. And then you're just going to bring left elbow towards right knee as you stretch the left leg straight. And then switch. Press that low back down. Keep switching. Think bicycle. Try not to yank on your head. Two more. Press the low back down. Good. And relax down. Hug your knees in. And bring your feet together flat on the mat with the knees bent. And let your knees open for Supta Baddha Konasana. I like to bring my hands on my inner thighs and my belly. Just noticing your breath. And then bringing both knees up. Bring your right ankle across the left thigh. Maybe interlace behind the left thigh. You have to reach through the legs to interlace. And then lay your head and shoulders back down. See how that feels. Maybe stretch the left leg straight. Flex and point that foot. I always keep my right foot nice and active. And then bending the knee again, switch left ankle across right thigh, reaching through to interlace. Maybe stretch that leg straight. Flex and point. And unwinding. Go ahead and stretch out for Shavasana. Well-deserved Shavasana. As you relax yourself, think of yourself on a ride, a soft wind in your face, natural beauty all around you. Everything we need to learn is always there before us. We just have to look around us with respect and attention in order to discover where God is leading us and which step we should take next. It's from Paulo Coelho. Coelho, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Slowly coming back from your little Shavasana ride to move. You're ready. Finding your way back up to seated. Bring hands to heart center. Life is a journey. Enjoy the ride. Thanks for taking this yoga journey with me this morning. Namaste. How'd it feel? Okay. Oh, good, good. Um,